Guys, my view of real estate is contrarian because I, let's say, develop my opinion on three different stands. There is the data factual stand, there is the conspiracist but still backed by data stand, and then there is the personal experience. Let's start with the data. While everybody's focusing on the amount of sales in real estate dropping a lot, I'm focusing on the fact that the supply of homes is now again falling off a cliff and leading us to a situation like 2021 in terms of numbers, where you will have no homes for sale and still some buyers interested in buying, competing for less and less homes, and so willing to spend more to buy it because they're competing for fewer homes. The second point of view is the more conspiracist side, which again is still backed by some data. Let me show you a little headline here. This one is The Economist. Private equity is buying up America's newspapers. In this case, the number is over 20%. However, if you look at other media outlets, CNBC and stuff, it can get up to 50%, which means that 50% of the narrative about an imminent housing crash comes also from media that is owned by hedge funds. Now, I want to be pragmatic here. If I was a hedge fund manager and my sole goal was to improve the returns of my investors without looking at anything else and just as profit, as a pragmatic person, I'm not saying I would do this, but in terms of being purely pragmatic, to improve returns on my real estate side, I would either have to increase rents, which there is so much I can do because there's a point where people cannot really afford them at all, or I lower my cost basis to buy that real estate and rent at market rent. If I buy for less and rent the same, my return is still higher because I spent less on that investment, correct? So if I own a lot of media outlets and I want to be pragmatic, I would definitely push out the narrative that an imminent crash is coming in real estate, scaring off sellers and forcing them to drop prices, or at least to be more open to negotiation, which has not been happening during COVID because sellers were in a seller's market. They literally had the upper end. This is my second argument on why I have a contrarian view. And this one is more conspiracist, so I don't give it so much importance, but it makes sense. My third one is my personal experience. I put a house for sale at a little bit under market value, and I received 4 to 5 offers in the first day. The house sold in 25 days. Not only did I receive a lot of demand directly, I also sold the house above my asking price, and I still did some seller concessions, of course, because my job is to help entry-level home buyers. The fact is that the demand was much higher than what I expected. This is why after I sold that house, I bought 2 more immediately. Why I'm collecting investors right now to buy even more. And once I show them the data, I sell them very quickly because they understand that maybe what is being shown out there may not be the correct reality. This is why I have a contrarian view on what everybody is talking about on media and social media. Peace.